Good evening. How's it going? We're back. Let's see, what am I doing? We need to pin a message, don't we? Let's see. We need to say something like, hanging out, watching. Hey, what's up, Artwork Studios? Playing chess, nice. Playing chess sounds fun. Let's see. I'm gonna set a super chat goal. I don't know if people find that cringe, but I want to kind of see what's for. Oh, huh, that's weird. I don't want to set a goal like that. Live chat. Here we go. It is, but I always lose. Oh, not good. Yeah, I'm not a particularly good chess player either. It's fun to play every now and again, though. I have a coworker who's pretty serious about it. He has like a level and everything, you know? I guess you get levels when you play enough. Not a grandmaster. Yeah, me neither, man. Me neither. No grandmaster here. No grandmaster here. All right. Try to remember where we were. We were doing something with, yeah, there we go. We were in the translation example. I'm gonna pull up the docs too. My ELO is about 400, said my friend. Oh, is the ELO the score? Yeah, some people's are 1,000 plus. Yeah, I think ELOs is what my, like I said, my coworker at work, I think he has one of those. ELO chess. ELO chess rating is a numerical system invented by Arpad ELO to measure a player's relative skill in chess. Huh. Interesting. Sunday night football? Yeah, so Sunday night football is, I mean, I'm talking about American football, obviously, American football. And yeah, so every Sunday night there's a game that gets televised nationwide, and kind of everyone watches it. So like the way the football schedule works in American football is you typically have games at noon and 3 across the whole Sunday, and then you have one game on Sunday night that's kind of like televised everywhere. The noon and 3 o'clock games in the afternoon are regional. So like if you live in the middle of the United States, you'll see teams that are kind of located in those geographic locations, and if you're on the East Coast or West Coast, you see different games. And then on Sunday night, everybody sees the same game. And tonight it is the Bills versus the Patriots, and it's been a pretty quiet night. It's 10-6, but going into halftime it was like 3-3. So it's been a very low key game so far. Hey, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate you. Very kind. How are you, Destroy? Good to see you. Oh, I thought soccer football. L, is that like rugby? Yeah, it's similar to rugby for sure. Yeah, so American football. The only difference, the big difference between, I would say one of the largest difference between American football and rugby is that American football, they wear pads, they wear helmets and shoulder pads. In rugby, obviously, they don't wear anything like that. The ball's a little bit different too. Like I think the rugby ball's a little longer, a little bit more oblong shaped. But yeah, that's my American football is probably my favorite sport. By far, my favorite sport. Let's see, we were looking at, what were we looking at? We weren't looking at source, we were looking at samples. Getting started. Hey, what's up, Dismal? How are you? Yeah, American football is very cool. I mean, I'm a fan of it. The league has been trying to do things to make it popular abroad, or at least more popular abroad. Like, there's been games in London. Where else? They played games in Mexico. I think they've played some games in South America. So they're trying to grow the audience kind of outside of the what do I want to say? Outside of the U.S., but not as many people have kind of gotten into it, I think, as they would have hoped. All right, I think this is where we were. We were looking at using agents and workflow. Let's look at where my code left off here. Yeah, we were creating our agents. So var Spanish agent. What was the other one they wanted? Spanish and English. Do you bid on rugby? Just curious. Oh, you mean do I like bet? No, I don't do any kind of sports. No betting here. Or at least no betting for me. It's 3 a.m. where I am right now, and I was about to go to sleep, but now I have to stay for the stream. No, man, you got to get sleep, dude. 3 a.m. I will not take offense if you prioritize your sleep. It's important. I actually don't bet. There's primarily one reason I don't bet. It's just because I feel like I work pretty hard for my money, and so to sort of give it away is very difficult for me. I also have more of a societal prediction around sports betting in the United States. So sports betting in the United States has largely become sort of mainstream, and a large portion of it has sort of gotten tied into fantasy sports. And I would predict that in like the next 5 to 10 years, we probably see like an epidemic of people who are addicted to gambling in a very hard way, like a very bad way. And we'll probably see some sort of intervention by the US government to regulate or limit or I don't know, basically something to curtail the adoption of sports betting, because I think sports betting is actually far more destructive to people than what people currently want to admit at the moment. That's kind of my hot take on sports betting. It's right before school for me. Please wish me luck on my Chinese exam. For sure. Good luck, man. Good luck, Arcversus. I hope you kick ass on your Chinese exam. Dismal. I'm nocturnal at this point. Well, that's one way to be. Nothing wrong with that. My problem is I want to be both nocturnal, but I also want to wake up early and I want to stay up late. And that gets me into trouble. Again and again and again. Let's see, equals new, workflow, builder like this. And then we're going to say add. Oh, we need to import that, don't we? Add edge. And we'll go from, I think we're going to go from French agent to Spanish, and then Spanish to English, and then we'll build, and we'll start with French. Then we'll say var run equals await workflow, no, in process execution dot stream. We'll do stream async. Pass in the workflow. And then I think we just need to pass in a message. That. Also, you can't really see what this function is doing, but it's basically newing up a chat client, chat agent. And then we're going to say await for each var event in run dot. It's like, oh, whoops. Event is a keyword in C#. So they say run dot wait watch stream async, which is going to yield up events, and then we're going to check to see if that event is. What are we going to check to see if it is? We're going to check to see if it's a agent run update event. Let's just copy this. Format that. And now let's give it a run. See what happens, right? Let's see. Earlier we did, or I guess Friday we split our pane, didn't we? We did split, pane split down. There we go. And then we'll disable read line because I don't know what's on my terminal at the moment. Agent framework exploration, I think is where we're at. And then we'll say cd into translation example. We'll do .NET run. We'll see what happens here. Nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? I don't know. Oh, because we have to do this. You have to actually, because, so this is something that I read on Friday. So basically, the agents are wrapped as executors. When they receive messages, they will cast the messages and only start processing when they receive a turn token. So we actually have to emit this manually. So we need to come here, and we actually need to say await try send messages async. And I think if we do this again, it should take longer to run. Oh shit, we broke something. Generate content. Content is not specified. Huh. Why is that not working? Oh, because we need to do this. This needs to be a chat message. That's why. Now we try again. Damn, it didn't work. Alright, what the fuck's going on here? It still says contents is not specified. So, there must be something about how something's not getting translated properly. Oh shit, broke something is 90% of coding. It is, it really is. So I think what's happening here, there's something going on with the streaming. So let's see if we can just run it. Let's see if we run it async, what happens. So this changes the method a little bit. We don't need that. And this will be run.events. New event. Oh, new event is what we want. Dismal, I saw your question. Hold on, give me 1 sec, and I'll answer it. Try this again. Try this again, and then if I don't, I'll turn them back to chat here in a sec. Okay, so Dismal, what you asked about, hold on. Not. There once was a man named Keith. He lived with a man without teeth. Oh my goodness. Not. That's just unnecessary. We don't need that here. What keyboard do you use? It sounds pretty nice. So the keyboard I use currently, or I have a few different ones, but the keyboard I'm currently using right now on stream is a, what is it? It's, what is it called? It's a Yunzi B75 Pro. I got it on Amazon. Yunzi B75 Pro. This is the keyboard that I'm currently using the most on stream. I think for the price, it sounds wonderful. It has a cool look to it. It's black and red. Well, I mean, obviously you can see it on screen there. And I would highly recommend it. I enjoy typing on it quite a bit. Mechanical keyboards are funny because I get it, like, it seems dumb, but it's actually, there's actually an advantage to buying things that you enjoy using, particularly if they're related to work or content creation, because the sheer fact that you like to use them sort of motivates you to do those activities more. So in a way, it's sort of a head fake in a lot of ways to get you to do the things you already want to do. So I'm very happy with my decision to begin purchasing more than the number of keyboards I actually need. Dismal. I always try and fix something and then always end up breaking something else. Yeah. Yeah, tests are really helpful for that. Actually, I saw a tweet today. I retweeted it. It was a pretty funny tweet. It was by who was it? Let's see. It was by David Fowler. Yeah, David Fowler from Microsoft. It said, "I fix a bug, 3 more appear. Who am I?" And then David Fowler quote posted it and said, "You're missing tests." Which, I mean, I know he's being a little tongue in cheek, but he's not wrong either. Like, if you have tests there, it sure does help a lot with avoiding regressions. Caden, what are we working on? So Caden, I'm actually not building anything for particular at the moment. I'm trying to learn about the new framework that Microsoft released this past week, called Agent Framework. And I'm also watching football while I do it. Dismal said, "Today I learned that you can use null or question mark equals for null checking instead of an if statement." Yeah, that's the null coalescing assignment operator. Null coalescing null coalescing assignment. Is I'm pretty sure what that is. I think this came in a recent version of C#, maybe. I don't know what version. Let's see, version. But it is pretty nice. It's pretty handy. I'm surprised they don't have a version number tied to this. Or is this coming in C# 14? No, this has been in there. I don't know. I don't know when it got introduced, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, it's a C# feature. Yep. I think I read this. You feel like you'd be the type of guy to use a vertical mouse. I haven't. My work gave me a vertical mouse, but I don't really like it. Yeah, so I don't use it very much. Yeah, I'd like to do a Godot stream. I just haven't got around to it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to do this, but I'm actually gonna bounce. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go hang out with my wife and watch the rest of this football game. I sat down and thought I was locked in here, but I think I'm gonna hang it up for the evening and come back in the morning. I'm gonna try a little bit new streaming schedule where I try to stream in the mornings for an extended period of time. We'll see how that goes, but anywho, thanks for you guys stopping in here for 20 minutes. Sorry to cut the stream short, but I'm gonna bounce. All right, guys. Bye, y'all. I'll see you guys. Sleep well.